Good evening and happy 2025, brand new year. Here we are doing a random race, Sweatfest. We're taking on coast to coast. So you can see there we start off on the coast, south coast, and head up. There's a couple sprints, a woodland sprint, Jarvis lap, Jarvis KOM. Jarvis sprint was in the lead-in. Here we are going up the Jarvis KOM and then back down to the lap banner. 5 seconds to go. So I am in this race with Bradford and Davis, fellow dirt bandits. We were looking for a race to do. I tried to get in on FRR, but I didn't get a chance to register in time. So looking for a bit of intensity on this Tuesday night, which is the ZRL time slot. This looked like a pretty decent field. A little hot to start. We were remarking that, the start at first anyway felt like a ZRL start. Didn't really know much about this race or the series. Bradford was telling us it's a points race, which I wasn't quite prepared for, but that's okay. And you'll see some of the tactics and the finish kind of came into play there, but that's okay. I wanted to get a race in and start doing some intensity. So field started with 30 and I think quickly dropped down to low 20s. It looks like we're 23 here. Here we are on the first lap banner, which isn't a preem or anything, but we do get a power up. So some of the guys showing some strength here, taking some time to hit the front and pick up the pace a little bit, which was nice because with a smallish field like this, you typically expect everyone to kind of sit back. So there goes somebody off the front testing the legs. So that when I saw that, I knew it would be a good race just because guys were willing to put themselves out there a little bit. So with the points race nature, I decided on the first preem, which is coming up in a few kilometers. You can see the second green dot there. I was going to try to come over the top and counterattack to see where everyone's legs were at and how they'd react after kind of digging deep. I knew this was a long sprint and maybe I could catch some guys off guard. And the map doesn't really do it justice, but it was pretty squiggly in here. And so in chatting with the guys, decided maybe I'll go a little earlier.
That would have been a good place
anticipated.
to attack, actually.
So
Get the guys who are priming for the sprint. Get them all nervous.
funny how we go from 4 times speed to 1 time. It looks like it's in slow motion, but this is actually
I might go up on the next one
going.
just to see how they react. Stay in the pack.
Yeah, it could be good. One guy's going. Oh, Alex Turpin's in the race. Great.
Yeah.
That guy's fast, man. Oh, another guy's going. Hold on here. Look alive. Are you guys going for FAL?
Nope.
Now it is. Okay.
The long segment.
Yeah, 500 meters. Nope. Didn't do it.
So I think I timed that counterattack pretty bang on. I came through the crowd and right at the base of an uphill came through with a ton of speed, which forced Venable from Locust Cider to really put in a dig. And then he decided, well, we've got some time. I might as well go for a jaunt myself. At this point, I wasn't really willing to have a go. We were still 18 kilometers away, and the pack had already kind of showed itself to be quite strong. So I decided to kind of pull back and get reabsorbed by the pack. There was still a little bit too far to go with some key moments coming up that I knew the pack would catch up to some sort of break, unless it was 20 or 25 seconds. So as expected, the pack caught me and we worked together slowly. It wasn't a huge effort to get back in. Slowly we reeled them back and didn't really have to burn any matches. So here we are, kind of catching back up to them at the end of the desert. It's kind of the exit out of the desert climb, 14.5 to go. Tofu Smuggler put in a really good dig at the base here and brought everyone else with him. So big ups to him for putting in that work. Now we're going through the sort of side of the Titans Grove Forest downhill, and we're going to be going through the kind of tunnels exiting. So it was a fun race. I'll give Locust a lot of credit. They played this extremely well. So not all of the guys had their green jerseys, but here's an attack from Turpin from Locust. So they didn't all have their names tagged as Locust, but I figured by the green jerseys and how they were coordinated that they worked pretty well together. There's Tofu again bridging, so well done job by him. And they did, sorry to go back to Locust, they did a really good job rolling attacks. So there's another one by, I think it was Kyle or Lyle, just to keep the pace up and keep us on our toes. And I think there's another attack coming from Venable or Turpin kind of right now. And so they use their numbers really well to keep the speed up and keep everyone on their toes. So at this point, we're still 20 guys, which I'll be honest, I was a little bit surprised. I knew the field was strong, but I didn't think it was going to be this strong. But yeah, there's a big dig. I think it's either Turpin or Venable. He's got some time on us. Maybe close to 10 seconds at this point with 5 clicks to go. Nobody's really doing any work here. Me and Tofu are exchanging our observations that nobody else has really worked other than Locust, him, or the dirt guys. Which is fair. You're riding solo in a game like this. You don't want to be expending any energy you don't need to be. So here we are coming onto Jarvis Island, passing the lap banner. I'm going to slow it down for a little bit just to give you a bit of perspective. So we've got less than 5K to go, and most of this is going to be kind of up and then back down. The guys start pushing hard now, and we're reeling in Venable, which again, I wasn't super concerned on the flat coming into this because I knew we were going to push up this Jarvis KOM pretty hard. And I wasn't super familiar with the Jarvis KOM because I've only done it in a sort of zone 2 ride where I wasn't really paying much attention. So I didn't know how to play it, but looking in the mini map, I saw, if you can see on the right hand side, there's a little kind of downhill after the initial climb with a bit of a dip, and then a pretty steep little punch before the finish banner. So I was holding on to my power up, my feather, just to kind of see whether I can hold on and deploy it, further into the segment. So you can see some of the guys deployed here, which is a good time for it as well. But I held on to it. I managed to stay with the pack. I think we're kind of 10 guys here with some straggling in the back, and the pack's getting a bit fractured, but downhill coming up into this little punchy finish to the KOM. So held on to my arrow. That was my plan. And I knew Turpin was next to me. Ingram was there. Kyle was there. Like all of the strong Locust guys were there. So here I go, deploy my arrow. My plan was to try to lead out Davis. He's a bit heavier than me, so I could bring him over the top and bring him downhill. But you could see Turpin just bolted and just absolutely crushed that climb and then carried his speed through. So there goes Davis in the orange dirt jersey, who I was trying to get, a win for. So I deployed my arrow here, brought my speed up on the downhill, hoping that I can bring him along. But I think I kind of blasted through the group a little too fast and decided to kind of pull back. And I'll give you the audio for the finish here, with about 1.5 clicks to go.
All right, ends at 26.8. You got 1.5 to go here. Go, Davis. Remy, are you in that group with Davis, or are you just behind him?
Yeah, I'm in front.
Oh, you're right there. Yeah, you're right next to him.
We're not pushing hard enough.
One kilometer to go, guys. Let's go.
I got a stitch, guys.
Oh, you're good, Remy. You're good, man.
Yeah. All day.
All right, I'm going.
So yeah, I was hurting at that point.
Here we go.
And decided to just bury myself.
Go, Remy. Woo! Let's go. Yeah. Oh, he's right on you. Go, go, go. Go, go.
I'm dead.
Ah, bastard. Did he get you?
Yeah.
He got you?
Yeah.
So close. Yeah, so that was a close one. Too bad I missed out. 0.03 seconds. I gave it all I had, so I can't be upset. Finished, I think, 4th because of the preem points and the scoring, but wasn't really focused on that. Just wanted to get a good workout tonight. Big ups to Tofu Smuggler for pushing the pace, and obviously the Locust guys who are making a fun race out of it. I think without that crew, it would have been a much different race. And obviously, thanks to Bradford and Davis for racing with me. It's always fun racing with some friends. We'll catch you soon. Probably maybe a race before next week's CRL opener. If not, hopefully see you next Tuesday.